What's up, everybody? This is Versus episode 36. I am John Marr, and that is Will Cohen. In continuation of last week, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing great. We're not talking about Christmas. We're talking about Easter, and of course, I had to remind everyone, who actually gave you the reason for celebrating Easter. But this is an interesting one. Either this film is going to give us a lot to talk about, or absolutely nothing to talk about. John, what are you watching this week?
It's last week it was Easter Bunny Massacre. This week it's whatever you call it. I'm going to call it Easter Bunny Massacre 2, The Bloody Trail, which doesn't make any sense. But here's the trailer.
Besides, we have to go. I've never been to an Easter party before.
I was pretty apprehensive about coming here for this reunion. I thought things would be different, but...
I thought it was Easter, not Christmas. What's that?
Looks like a tape recorder.
What's your favorite thing about Easter?
Please, just leave us alone! We'll give you anything you want!
I'm sure it is, right? There's only so long you can go with something. Or what did you all do? People don't act the way you do because someone just killed themselves.
But Lexi clearly has unfinished business, okay? She wants the murderer to confess.
I told you what happened!
Happy Easter.
Holy shit. it's that movie.
I mean, at least like that's showing the title that when you search for the film, that's what it's called. And to your point, the title does make sense. It's trying to be punny because obviously, it's trying to be like, trying to make a spin on, the Peter Cottontail line, hopping down the bunny trail, but it's not bunny, it's bloody. But when you watch the movie, that's not the title it goes by.
No, it's Easter Killing 2. Yeah.
Easter Killings 2, which will confuse the hell out of you because there was never an Easter Killings 1.
Agreed. And the thing is, like, here's right up top. Didn't have a horrible time with this movie. It's fine. It's not good. It's fine. Because you get to watch it and be like, oh, they're just ripping off every movie in existence. Like the beginning is Scream.
Hello.
Are you excited about Easter?
It's Scream.
Charlie, is that you? Your voice sounds weird.
I'm not Charlie.
Like the beginning is Scream.
Beat for beat.
What's your favorite thing about Easter?
Yeah, like it's literally Scream. Like it's from phone call to boyfriend tied to a chair to
in the back of the house through a sliding glass door.
Yeah, it's
literally
everything you love. And then, but for some weird reason, there's two killers, again, and they let that slide right from the top. One of the killers has like a Freddy Krueger glove on the bunny outfit, which never comes into play. It's got a Freddy Krueger hand. It's never used. It's just there.
Well, it technically is. It's not used for killing.
Okay.
It's used for like the creepy scraping up against the surface bullshit, which is so ineffective.
Yeah.
But like you're right, they spoil like the big. Usually they reveal later, later on in the film, oh, there's two killers. Here they're telling you right up front.
Yeah, there's two killers.
And it's two distinct, like this time there's distinguishing things where like it's not the same costume. It's one costume and there's even a worse costume.
Yeah. So, and they're
which
both
is hilarious.
They're both Easter Bunny costumes. So in the beginning we have our cold open where like two of the characters are killed by the Easter bunnies. And then it's literally the same plot as another movie it's derivative of is Easter Bunny Massacre. It's the same plot. It's years ago. A group of people were responsible for the death of another person, and they're being held accountable for the death of that person. The path we walk to get there is crazy, but it's the same plot.
Yes. The twist, like the big twist as to like what actually happened is so bad that I'm surprised this wasn't written by Louisa Warren at some point.
When the final twist happens, I paused the movie and just started clapping because it's like the balls on these people. But we'll get to that. So
bad.
There's a group of however many people. There's only one extra person. There's one extra boyfriend that is added into this group of people who are responsible. It's kind of like the Unfriended plot. It's Unfriended. Like it's the plot from Unfriended. Like this one girl was basically bullied into suicide.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
We just wanted to say hi.
Okay, hi.
Is what we're made to believe by this group of people, and they're being held accountable for it. And there's a boyfriend that's just along for the ride. One of the friends, Carla, is like the acting in this movie is so over the fucking top that like I don't understand why anybody would want to be friends with this guy. Why you wouldn't just like kill this woman for like the sake of the race.
You know, I know a guy who could fix those teeth of yours.
Like she's horrible.
Fiona's here. She's so lazy. Found out she's taking therapy. Can you imagine? She's such a mess.
Yeah, Carla is like taking the mean girl bit to a whole extra level to the point that Regina George would call this woman a cunt.
Aren't you going to introduce me?
Hi, I'm Mark, Star's boyfriend.
Anyway.
It's just fucking stupid. And it's like, and yet all these people are saying that they're her friend. It's like, why? What the worst blackmail does she have on all of you to even want to hang out with her?
I've watched so many horror movies where they have like the character who's a bitch who like should die. And this is not a good movie. She's the worst by far. Like, there's nothing redeemable about this girl at all.
But called up her ass and died. What the hell is wrong with you?
See, the thing that doesn't redeem this film for me at all is the fact that usually the Carla character in these movies is usually the first to die, and for
the first to the last. But yes,
it's like it's humiliatingly stupid.
Yeah, she's the worst. Like there's like no one would root for her unless you are her, but they paint her as like one of the central figures in the movie. Like she's the protagonist, like she's like the second protagonist behind like the main character, who is the main character but is given fucking nothing to do.
Yeah, basically all she is doing, is just reacting to Carla.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad. Let's walk through some of these events. So it's like it's quite literally the same plot. Like they come into the house, it's decorated. The host was already the host couple who was supposed to be there was already executing the cold opening, and then we're seeing these boxes show up. With little tape recorders, that have like the dead person's voice on it.
Mm-hmm.
Giving little like hints and clues as to what actually happened. Except, at least in the first film, I felt like they led to something. This, they lead to nothing. Like they're
just kind of forcing the people to have conversations with each other, and which forces Carla to talk more and just be horrible to the other characters.
I'm nobody's fucking sidekick. She wanted to be me. Get that through your thick fucking skull, Dina.
Yeah, so it's like, at least in the first one, like, there's ticking time clocks. There was distractions to like how someone was going to get offed, and here you don't get that. It's like there's just long-winded exposition leading to nothing, and then eventually a death that's so flaccid and useless that it's like, okay, that happened. I blinked.
The death scenes are stupid, and they actually, and spoiler, they do the same stupid red herring scene that they did in the first movie in this movie, where one of the killers is like stalked by the person in the bunny outfit, and you're like, oh, I guess that person's dead. But you don't see them die, so I guess they didn't die because they're one of the killers. They do the same fucking thing in this movie that they did in the first movie.
Except at least with the first film, like there was that big reveal where it's like even like the second killer was shocked that they were the killer.
Oh, there's no shock. There's no shock this time. Believe me, we'll get to that. It's the opposite of shock.
A shock. Just
we're shocked, but the killers were not shocked. I have a whole speech about that when we get to that.
Can't wait to hear it.
But yeah, so like, the characters are like kind of killed one by one, and it's so weird. Like the one girl like goes to leave, and she's bludgeoned in the driveway in broad daylight. Right, cool. And then there's another character who we find out. Okay, there's a flashback sequence where we find out the girl who died. We take a deep breath for this one. So they just don't like this girl for like no reason. They don't like her for literally no reason. So they trick her by spiking her drink. All the characters in the movie have their drink spiked, and they literally lose consciousness.
Oh my God, no. Make it stop.
This girl has the same drink spiked in the same way, and she doesn't lose consciousness, but she does perform gratuitous PG-13 oral sex on a guy. And believe me, clip right here of the gratuitous PG-13 oral sex. And that's it. Like, and another character films her with the gratuitous PG-13 oral sex clip again right here. And that's the whole deal. Then they walk out.
I will say my favorite part of this scene is that when justifying this, Carla literally says it was a prank.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Just a little fun.
This guy ejaculated in your mouth. It's a prank. It's a prank.
And she said this to the guy who got the blowjob to his face. It's like, oh, come on, it was a prank. It's like, yeah, it's a prank to get a blowjob.
Hey, what a great prank. So that happens, and then while Carla's like confronting what's her name, Alexa or Lexi, and the guy who received the blowjob is like holding her. He's like holding her lovingly while Carla's like going off and like.
You applied to Princeton and Yale. Is that right, Lexi? I don't think you need to go to school to be a porn star.
Dude, if you're in on the prank, like what is this body language? Like, are you cool with it? Are you not cool with it? Like, that's weird. And then it goes into like after the whole thing happens, then suddenly Carla gets in the bunny outfit and pushes her out a window. Like, I have no idea how we get from point A to point Z. But we get there, and she falls out the window. And this is like painted up like a huge high school party, like where there's a ton of people there. But like when the girl falls out the window, the only people at the party are the characters who are there in the present day, which is also fucking weird as fuck. But
right,
whatever. And like, can I put like 15 shots of the girl awkwardly laying on the ground, like right here? Okay, there we go. Yeah,
Completely, like, unrealistically akimbo.
Yeah, and it's like, this is not somebody who fell out a window. By the way, here she is again. This is not her, somebody who fell out of a window. Anyway, we're back in the present day. The girl that gets the drink spiked, the girl that had spiked her drink has like the most unrealistic throat slashing scene I've ever seen in my life. Clip here.
With a knife that's very clearly a prop knife.
It's like a Party City butcher
it's
knife.
Like the blade is like literally that thick. So it's
here we go.
Although props to the makeup people who actually managed to like make the wound like in real, like almost look in real time opening up.
Yeah.
Props to them for like
props to that one Vietnamese lady on staff who handled that very adeptly. Then we just kind of like goes like full click. Like all the characters that were gonna die are dead. And like I said, there's two killers. The one reveal is that the dude who got the blowjob couldn't live with the fact that like maybe somebody would find out he got a blowjob, so he concocted a scheme to kill everybody else. But like, you want to talk about a premeditated murder? This guy is bisexual now, gets a boyfriend, convinces the boyfriend that he's gonna get revenge on all these straight white bitches. And he has his gay lover turn straight, have a relationship with Star for 4.5 years for the single purpose of bringing her and all the friends back there so the two gay guys can kill everybody.
Mark?
This is okay. First, I want to applaud whoever thought of this for bringing out all of the homoeroticism that was Stu and Billy from Scream.
Yeah, if you wanted Stu and Billy to kiss, watch Easter Bunny Massacre 2: The Bloody Trail. You're going to get it. You're going to get your wish.
But also, these people have no sexual chemistry.
It's just two guys kissing.
It's just two guys kissing. And also, there's no explanation as to why the boyfriend was convinced to do this for 4.5 fucking years.
Oh, it's just that he loved him that much that he's like, don't worry, buddy. Don't worry. I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna convince this girl through my fake straightness that we have the best. We have hetero love.
Yeah,
to get her to go to this party.
Yeah, I couldn't tolerate watching him spiral like this. So I couldn't stand thinking of him being humiliated by getting a blowjob from another woman. So I, for 4.5 years, presumably got blowjobs from a woman.
That's love. I don't know what you're talking about. I wish somebody loved me that much. And then the movie kind of conventionally wraps up. Like the actual dude gets bludgeoned and then the other dude, I guess we're meant to believe that the girl, they do the same Halloween 4 ending where the Star puts on the mask and I guess she's a killer now.
Yeah, who also like slits the dude's throat, but this time with a much more convincing looking knife.
Yeah.
And then again, it's the Scream ending where the cops come, but it's not even a third satisfying.
No. I don't know what they're trying to do there.
it doesn't feel like there's any resolution at all.
We'll see it for Easter Bunny Massacre 3.
Christ, hope not.
That being said, let's just do this. I would say it's funny enough and ballsy enough and like formulaic enough that like I don't think it's the worst movie I've ever seen. It's not good, but I will give this 2 again. That's just where I'm at. It's funny enough, and then one girl has grade A cleavage. Will.
Yeah, it's funny that we're talking about Easter and having a Jew here because unlike what we did to Jesus, this film did not nail anything. So I gave it 1.5. As funny as some of these scenes are, it does not prop up the rest of the film at all. It's really bad when you're trying to rip off both Scream and your previous film at the same time and somehow failing at both.
Yeah.
The only thing that they managed to do, like I said before, is actually show the bizarre homoeroticism that was between Stu and Billy from Scream. But that's really all they do in order to like try and make this film watchable.
That's exactly what happens. Yeah, this is basically like if Billy and Stu were gay. That is what this movie is, and that is the milestone it has in horror.
And it's literally the same. It's almost the same thing because like both dudes are with other people who eventually become either victims or would be victims. It's just humiliatingly bad.
I agree. It's not, like I said, not good, but whatever. It's not like I don't feel horrible watching this.
Like the filmmaking standards at play here are always just so low. So it's like when you can't even manage to hit that low bar, it's really bad.
Fair enough. And that'll do it for Easter Bunny Massacre 2. Hey, next week we are going to come full circle on Jagged Edge and actually do a Christmas movie because they did do a Krampus The Return. There's no Krampus. They jump immediately to The Return. So we're going to do Krampus The Return.
Well, technically, remember there was the Krampus versus Vikings.
I guess. Oh, I we'll find out if the movies are related. We will find out if those movies are related. I doubt it. I highly doubt those movies are related, but we'll pretend they are for now until we're proven wrong next week. Krampus The Return. But if you made this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. And if you haven't made it, go over to this website here. That is the Why We Love Horror Challenge for 2025. Fill out your list, clone it, comment to us, share with us. We'd love to interact with you in 2025. Schedule is always the same here. Monday versus Thursday, Why We Love Horror. Friday, Why We Love Horror Trivia. There's Why We Love Horror TV dropping, covering the Dexter series that's going on right now. Why We Love Horror Special Editions dropping at random all over the place on this channel. But we appreciate you being here. This has been Versus.